Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Peggy from the Pearl Forest is the name of my channel, both on YouTube and on Ko-fi. And today we're working on day 5 of our challenge, #PlayYourHand. This is from our desk journal, and this is number 5, which I've used music paper, part of a playing card, and some musical note stickers to decorate this one. So day 5 is paint cards and paper doilies, which I've brought over a bunch of them. So let's see what we want to do. I have more than 5, and we'll play around and decide which ones we think we'd like to do. I kind of gave a little bit of a play ahead of time and picked out some things that I think might go on these, which will help us decide which ones we're doing. So I'm using some die cuts, and do I have more than enough? I don't know. And we'll add some other things to them. This little girl, landslide of the paper doilies. Excuse me. Watch my hands there. I think I wanted this one to go on the pink with the little girl. And this one here. And this one on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I was over ambitious. I have 7. I have these edges that could be on there. I'm not really feeling that. Maybe a little of this on one. So I'm going to set these aside. I also have these like we've used before. These are the zigzag and the curved die cuts in a variety of colors. I have some stickers. As I'm looking at these though, I'm not sure that most any of them go. This one might be interesting as something for someone to stand on. This is a little zigzag sticker, maybe the mushroom would like. And the red one might be nice for the little girl down there. And this is also some grass. These are all stickers. I thought the picket fence might be cute. Don't need like the other flowers. Okay, so I don't think we need more of those. We do have these that we can use for some papers as well. And of course, we have the doilies. So let's see, we have pink doilies with a little bit of coffee dye on them. This would be really nice on this one. I kind of like the name Rose Medley, so it would be kind of fun to leave that. And of course you can trim off the edges. So I think that's kind of nice. If I turned it a little bit more, what if we left, because we're going to have to back this, what if we left some ruffling off the edges, like a lace sort of thing? I think that would be good on there. Maybe we should just go ahead and glue it while we know where it is. Okay, glue stick. So everything but the Rose Medley and this corner. So the rest of the card needs glue. So what are you thinking about these challenges? Are you enjoying them? Would you like to see another one of a certain kind in the future? We have a lot of things to make pockets and a lot of things to do with envelopes. So those are some possibilities. But they might just be reoccurring ones rather than a month-long challenge. Okay, so let's cut off the bottom. And this side. And this top as well. We'll set that aside. So we have the ruffle going off to the side. We have this stark white there. We'll just use our dyed paper as a little background. This one we're just going to put the two things on unless we later come up with something small to add. So I'm using art glitter glue because of all these little whoop-de-doos that stick out every which way. It's easier than trying to glue stick them, although it does work. This one is very fragilely stuck out here. It's hard to not knock it off with the glue stick, but not impossible. Okay, so stick this on at an angle, like it's sort of laying across here. Get that leaf down. Perhaps a label or a word or something of some other kind might be added to this. I still do not know where my labels are, so that will have to come when it goes in the actual journal. I think that's really nice with this flicking off the side. We'll need to back all of those though. Okay, and then we have, let's do our sweet little girl. She, I think, needs the picket fence. And I wonder if this flower could peek over her shoulder. Like maybe she's in the flowers. Does that look realistic or not? Oh, I like that. Okay, let's ink her edges a little bit. This is Vintage Photo Oxide ink pad. And this girl comes from a clip art, which I do not know, a digital one. I don't know what they are at the moment. When I do, I will share that, but unfortunately, I don't know. Okay, this one is still in shot, hopefully. I'm going to kind of distress and take off the extra white. It's hard to get all of that off when you're cutting, fussy cutting, especially around the edges. Plus this just gives it some definition around the edges. Okay, let's put her on. How tall is this fence? I think we're gonna want to put her down. Yeah, I want her down almost to the bottom. And these paint cards, I didn't just go get them for this, although they don't mind you getting paint cards, you know, just don't be over exuberant in your taking of them. But these are some that we've gotten for different projects, and when we were done with the projects we still had the cards. So there she is on there, and trying to glue with my paint again. laughing at my forgetting and grabbing that again. Hopefully I can be entertaining and not just frustrating. And hopefully there's some ideas you can get from these, even if you don't have paint cards. Some people have made their own paint cards by taking a strip of card stock or product packaging or whatever, and then just painting with some paints, some bands of color. And you can put your own name on them if you want, what names you would like them to be. Just remembered that this flower was supposed to go behind her head, not in front of her head. Can we get this out? Yeah, maybe enough to get it back here. Don't want to tear her head. I am a little bit. Let's see, this goes up here. There, now she's like she's in the flowers. And the fence, I think one, let's see, that one's not quite long enough, so we'll go with this one. One section of fence should be just right, and actually probably a little extra that we'll trim off after we put it on here. These are some stickers I've had for years, and I'm enjoying the fact that I get a chance to use them. Okay, so we'll put this on here. Whoops. Get down here. Straight. So there she is behind the picket fence with her flowers and her pretty dress. And then we can put something up there. Now this one I think needs some ground to stand on. So we're done with the, oh, I forgot the doily. Remember, Peggy, this is hashtag paper doilies. So let's see, I have some little tiny ones in here somewhere. Let's come down here and find our doilies before we forget. This is one that I think would look nice with her, nice and lacy. This one, I think, whoops, they come all stacked together and sometimes they're hard to get apart. I think that goes nicely with that one. Let's see, what other ones do we have? Oh, this is a pretty one. Put that on something. And these little ones here. Is this one different? I think this is different. We have that one. And we have those two. I think this big one, part of that would be nice. And maybe this coffee dyed heart. Okay, so for her, we could put this up here like the sun shining down, and then later add a label or something. So this will go like this. Oops, come on. Kind of swoop around. That looks like the sun shining down on her. And the pretty lace goes with her dress really nicely. So we'll just cut off the extra part. Cut off the picket fence edges. So there's that one, some extra doily. Put her over there. I think this coffee dyed one would go really nice with this butterfly. Actually, this is two. So we'll put this back in the bin. Cinnamon crunch. Maybe just cinnamon and maybe like some sticking up at the top. So that kind of goes like this and down here. We'll make a little tab on the top like that. Okay, and I'll trim it before I put the butterfly on, because then I can see really where the butterfly should go. So trim this on the edge. And maybe we'll make our own paint cards one day. The back of your thumbnail works to push them down, or just your palm of your hand like that. Okay, need to get his little antennas if we're going to keep them. Sometimes I just cut them off and other times I don't. Now this has part of it from the printing as missing the end of the butterfly's wings, so wonder if we can put him, maybe we'll just ignore that because I don't think I can put him up there. We'll just round it like that and it won't really be that noticeable. Okay. So should we name our butterfly Cinnamon, since he's on the cinnamon card? Cinnamon Crunch just didn't sound nice with the butterfly. It sounded like he was being injured. So that's why I removed the crunch. And we'll just have our butterfly named Cinnamon. So we'll just put him on like this. We can put something down in this corner later. Like that. Okay, there's that one. Okay, this little girl, she needs something to stand on. And we could just use this brick walkway, or although the mushroom wouldn't be growing out of the brick walkway, whereas if we use the grass, we could have the mushroom growing out of the grass. So we need to put her down first. Do you want the big one? Oops. Big one on here. She gets kind of lost in that. This really lacy one is nice. She still gets lost, kind of. Maybe it needs to be over here with the mushroom. Seems like we need something to make the mushrooms stand out. Maybe we use a little, maybe a little of this scrapbook paper. Maybe this part with the writing might be nice. I tend to get some sharp edges on my tears. I need to work on that. Maybe this goes down in the corner. Although I think we need to put the doily down first. Okay. If you put the glue stick on the doily itself, sometimes uses a lot more glue stick. So put this on here. Make sure we get it down good. And then we'll put this on top. Maybe a little something over here to help her stand out. Maybe I'll do this. Slip that under there. Okay, let's try that. Find that glue stick. As you can see by this Play Your Hand challenge, there are so many different things that you can use to make journal cards. So many different things that you can put together with them. This isn't sticking really good. So I'm going to go back in with the art glitter glue and give it some more sticking spaces. I might have to go over to the other side too. Stick that down so it doesn't move. Move her for a little bit. Yeah, this is coming up. Okay, that's actually over the edge for both of those. Okay, there's our doilies. Trim this. And trim this. We could put some doilies on the back as well. That might be fun. Okay, so I think this will show up a little more, but we'll also give it some distress vintage photo. There, and give her some on her edges that are white. Maybe I can cut that out between that area. Okay, let's see. And in here, sometimes I don't cut them out all the way when I fussy cut because it makes them more vulnerable to damage. So I finish it later. Okay, so let's put her on. All right, let's see, should we put the grass on? I think I want her to stand on. Maybe she goes behind the grass too, so she's in the grass. Definitely the mushroom needs to be behind the grass, so it's anchored into the ground. Sorry if I'm off there a little bit. So, let's see, the grass down at the bottom, so put that there. And should she go behind the grass, front of the grass? Not sure. Maybe behind the grass a little bit. This got sat a little bit too long and dried a bit. Okay, so I think that's that one. It definitely needs something up there. So we'll see about adding something. The mushroom one, I was thinking of adding this brown here to center it on the bottom. Stick it off my edge of my table for the moment. What kind of thing looks good? This lace actually looks really pretty. It's kind of lacy, like a mushroom. So maybe we'll put this on here. Maybe we'll, let's see. I'm gonna put it a little cattywampus. And then I'm gonna just cut it a little big so I can put the glue on it and not get it way over the edge. The glue stick didn't seem to hold as well, although this is fiddly to put these in here. And as you can see that the paper doilies can come in all different shapes, sizes, patterns. So it's fun to look around and see what kind you can find. If you have someone to share with, you can swap some out and not have the whole package yourself. Some of the ones I've found at the thrift store. If you find a way to share them with others, that's great. Some of those might be in my kits as well. I need to clean my table. I'm getting it quite glued. Okay, so this might actually be able to be moved over and just actually put on. If any little bit sticks out, we'll trim that off. Okay. Here we go. I think we'll put a little bit. I guess I need to put the mushrooms down first. All right, stick over here for a minute. Mushrooms also would be good to do their edges. With all these journal cards that I'm making in this challenge, I'm going to have over 150 of them. I look forward to learning which journals they're going to go to in the future or what kits I'm going to put them in. That'll be fun to see. I currently have brown zigzag crawling up my arm. As you might see. We'll figure that out. Okay, so I like that coming partly down here. These are gonna have to go off the edge a tad, just because the nature of their size. I kind of like them without the zigzag, so maybe I'll save that for something else. Maybe that's what this needs, is some brown zigzag and something else. Color-wise, I think it looks nice on there. It doesn't go all the way over, but I think that's okay. Just go out to the edge and kind of shimmy it along here. And I still might put something additional, but that it needed something in that corner. So we have that one. I think I'm just gonna leave this one the way it is. I like the simpleness of it. Okay, now we have this one, and we have this one. We actually already have 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5. So maybe later I might do something with that one and some kind of doily for this one. Maybe the big one. That would be good. And this little lacy flowery thing kind of looks delicate like the butterfly, but we'll do those later. Right now we need to cover the backs. Oops. The backs of these. I don't know if there's 1 or 2. For a minute there, I thought it was an eye doctor saying 1 or 2. Not sure where the needle for my art glitter glue went, but I have a spare just in case. Okay, so we have the mushroom one. Turn it into a journal card by making places to write. This one isn't too bad on the back. You could have wrote around there, but a little bit more blank is nice. Okay, let's see, do another tall one. This one has some room to write too. This one on. Get it pressed down a lot. This doily isn't sticking either. This must be one I didn't do art glitter glue on. I've glued doilies before with just the glue stick, but today they are not gluing. Okay, we just go back and we use some art glitter glue. Get that on there. See if I have additional ones I have to redo. Sometimes these are hard to get the pin in. Okay, extra doilies. Paper. Okay, paint one. So far we have 3 different brands of paint. So it's probably from different times. Okay. Sometimes it helps to go to the back and rub on the back to make sure it sticks. And you can have the interest of seeing through that a little bit to see the back side. That's too wide, so this one's going to be too wide. So we need our second one. And I'm going to go ahead and put some up here on the doily just to give it a little extra stability. These might need to go under some book weights or something to make them flatten. Okay. This one we got glue on the front. Get our doily to lay down flat. The blue glue will dry clear, so that's okay. Just needing to get the doily to lay down. It's nice to be able to see through it, but at the same time it's too fragile. So, oops. All right, so let's trim these out. So this is Day 5, paint cards and doilies. Did you make your own paint cards? Did you have paint cards? Did you do this challenge? Did you have doilies? Or did you improvise with something else? I suppose you could have used some lace. I find that the dollar store and thrift store are good places to find paper doilies usually. Sometimes you can find them at a good price somewhere else. They seem to be sort of seasonal, like you might find them more around, say, Mother's Day or even graduation sometimes when people are making a pretty platter of food and they're adding a doily to it. Plus the people that use them for crafting. Okay. And cut out these ones to go around the scallops of the doily, which makes a nice, interesting addition, sort of like a little tab, if you will. This one is quite curved. Excuse my dog and his cough sometimes. Especially when he's just drank some water. And I don't know that he knows I'm filming. So. Okay. Trying to keep these videos short, so I'm trying to hurry. I haven't completely succeeded. And I am filming these ahead so that I won't get trapped and get behind. So I make sure I have one every day of the challenge. Okay, here are our 5 cards that we made. So this is day 5 of Play Your Hand. Here's our 5 journal card. And this is this paint card. And then this paint card. And they have the same newsprint on the back of all of them. We have this paint card. I think that's one of my favorites. We have this one that has a little extra scallop at the top. And then we have this one with a scallop on the side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we play our hand of 5 cards on day 5 of August 2024. This is Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and this has been challenge day 5 with paint cards and paper doilies. Hope you join me and hope you have a great day and a lot of fun. Take care.